Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Langer at the Mic Live. And thankfully, I switched my colors from Dallas Cowboys to Montreal Canadiens colors because the Cowboys had a very, very questionable, just a weird, questionable draft. But anyway, I'm going to shut up about that because how about the Montreal Canadiens? Nice to check the camera a little bit there. How about the Montreal Canadiens? Go Habs, go with a really, really big time win tonight. 5-3 against the Winnipeg Jets. Got my guy Sheldon in the comments right away with the curse this team's inconsistency. Well, look, you know what? We just got to accept that it is what it is, their inconsistency, because they win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, as long as they lose the last game of the season. So again, in the playoffs, they win game 1, lose game 2, win game 3, lose game 4, win game 5, lose game 6, win game 7, and beat the Leafs in 7 games and then move to the second round. They'll lose in the second round, but at least they'll beat the Leafs in the first round. The Leafs will have not won a playoff series since 2004. All right, yeah. But, yeah, man, this was just sorry if I'm coming a little bit hot over here, but, yeah, this was just a perfect, this was just a hard-spirited, just character, gutsy, just we're not getting beat and we're going to come back and win type of game, because that's what the Montreal Canadiens did tonight. It is only their third win this season where they have won, or sorry, their third win of the season after surrendering the first goal. And not only did the Canadiens surrender the first goal, they surrendered the second goal, and they came back to make it 2-1, but then they gave up another goal, went down 3-1, but still came back and won in regulation 5-3 against the Winnipeg Jets. And which means that they're obviously going to lose tomorrow. Let's be real. They're obviously going to lose against the Ottawa Senators, of course, tomorrow, because that's, like Sheldon said in the comments there, this team is just inconsistent, and it is what it is. And you know what? Here's another thing. No Shea Weber, no Brendan Gallagher, no Thomas Tatar, no Paul Byron, no Jonathan Drouin, no Carey Price. But they found a way to overcome all that, plus fatigue of playing 4 games a week in the last 6 weeks, to beat a really good Winnipeg Jets team. And yeah, just full marks. Honestly, for as much as we trash the Montreal Canadiens this season, as much as we have trashed them, as much as they were just awfully boring to watch against the Calgary Flames and were just pretty much MIA on Wednesday against the Toronto Maple Leafs, let's just celebrate and appreciate and enjoy when they give us a hockey game like this to watch. Even with the 2-0 deficit and the 3-1 deficit, they rallied and they did what they had to do to come back and win this game in regulation, like I said, against a good Winnipeg Jets team. So full marks to them for that. But I want to start with a couple of things. Let's go to before the game first. So Shea Weber was out with an upper body injury, which honestly, Captain Shea, take as much time as you need. Take as much time as you need to recover from this upper body injury, because the Canadiens need you, Shea Weber, at your best, playing your best hockey if and when they inevitably make the playoffs in 2 weeks from now. The Montreal Canadiens need Shea Weber to be at his best. And for that to happen, whether it was described as an upper body injury or load management tonight, it is a good thing that the Canadiens, they were able to win a game without Shea Weber in the lineup tonight. It was extremely important for them to do so. But with that being said, again, not wishing that Shea Weber sucks or misses the rest of the season or gets hurt. I'm not wishing anything for that, but I'm just wishing for Shea Weber to recover, to rest, recoup, and come back and play when he can play the way he's capable of, the way he can be in terms of just being steady, being like a physical force out there, making good decisions with the puck. He doesn't have to be that guy like Markov or Romanov or Petrie, friggin' skating and joining the rush and firing passes across 2 lines through 2 different zones. He doesn't have to be like that. Don't be a guy that gets beat or that's just in bad position, leaves guys open in front, turns the puck over. Don't be that either. The Canadiens, they need Shea Weber to be at his best. So Shea Weber, take all the time that you need to recover. But here's the problem, though. They put in the wrong defenseman in to replace him, because Erik Gustafsson should not be in the lineup over Brett Kulak. And I think we saw, again, why that's the case tonight. Because it was the second time in the span of a week where Eric Gustafsson just completely just whiffs on a pass or just overskates the puck like a Brad Marchand in the shootout. For Brad Marchand, it happened once in his, 13-year career in the shootout where he overskated the puck. Same thing with John Tavares in the shootout. Gustafsson, it's the second time it happened in 2 weeks where puck here, his blade misses it. Yeah, just don't have a way to demonstrate that with any. So look, it's the second time in a week where that happens. Where on the power play last week, the Habs won the faceoff cleanly to Eric Gustafsson, but because he completely just whiffed on his pass, I think it was the Flames or the Oilers. I think it was the Flames. Go on a breakaway, scoring chance shorthanded. Tonight, Eric Gustafsson, Habs are trailing 2-1. They just got a really nice goal from Nick Suzuki, which we'll get to in a little bit. They got a really nice goal from Nick Suzuki. But Eric Gustafsson, faceoff is won to him again, to his side, overskates the puck. Trevor Lewis and the Jets break out on a 2-on-1, 3-1 hockey game right there. And the Habs could have very well, again, full credit to the Habs for coming back and instead of when it was 3-1, doing what they did against the Leafs on Wednesday and just completely caving, completely losing interest in the game. And but in this one, they fought back and they, like I said, they did what they had to do to win this hockey game. Now, and as usual, if you're tuning in, leave a comment in the comment section on what your favorite thing about this win was. And will the Canadiens win tomorrow night or not? I say not, because they win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. But will they break that win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose streak? Leave that in the comment section as you're tuning in, of course. But now here's another thing. I want to talk about Josh Anderson. Love Josh Anderson. He wore the A tonight, and he deserves it. Fully deserves to wear the A tonight. But here's the thing, though. Josh Anderson, he should have scored 1 million goals tonight. Like, he literally should have scored 1 million goals tonight. Like, he had so many chances, gotten so many great positions, and it wasn't just Josh Anderson. Let's be real. It's like so many guys missed so many opportunities tonight. Like, they should have had like 8 goals tonight. But still, yeah, Josh Anderson on that line with Kotkaniemi on the wing and Philip Deneau. I roll on my eyes because I don't love Kotkaniemi on the wing, but if that's how he's going to get more ice time, then so be it. Played 17 minutes, by the way, Kotkaniemi did. And Eric Gustafsson played 13 minutes and again was responsible for that goal, that third goal there. But yeah, Josh Anderson, freaking 4 shots on net, 2 hits, and he should have had like 5 more shots on net and like 2 or 3 more goals. But honestly, just still, he played a really good game and just got a lot of opportunities, just got to bury them. That's all. And again, Sheldon in the comments here, this game seriously reminded me of game versus Boston in 2014. Same score, came from behind, but the Habs won. It was game 2. Yeah, that was the one where the Habs are up 2-0. I remember went up 2-0 or 3-1, and Boston came roaring back to even up the series in 2014. Yeah, I remember that on a very sad Saturday afternoon for game 2 of the Habs Bruins in 2014. But nice that the Habs were on the winning side of that tonight. It was a 3-1 that they were trailing leading in that game, and then Boston came back. But another thing I want to talk about here, Jake Allen has been phenomenal all season. And this is the last negative thing I'll say tonight, I promise. All right. Jake Allen has been phenomenal all season, but it's getting to the point where you're kind of starting to see why he's a career backup goaltender. Because now that he's playing almost every single game, it's starting to show, and I feel like it's starting to wear on him a little bit. Mentally, if anything, because the first goal, the Paul Stastny goal, there's going to be another thing I have to kind of criticize, but again, after that, it'll be all positive, I promise. But yeah, this Paul Stastny goal, I mean, that's on Romanov, and that's another guy who kind of struggled a little bit tonight, which we'll get to in a little bit. But Jake Allen, that's not the most ideal goal to give up where it goes off your glove and in. You don't really want to see that. That's either just misreading the shot off Stastny's blade or just not properly executing the save. Because that means if it hits your glove, that means it didn't go bar down or post in or whatever. It means it kind of went more to the area where you should be able to control the shot or stop the shot. So the fact that he didn't stop it is not ideal. And especially since it was late in the period. And then then the Trevor Lewis goal, the first Trevor Lewis goal was like kind of a shot from far out. So you kind of want him to stop that. And I guarantee you, by the way, if Price gives up the goals that Jake Allen gave up tonight, man, Carey Price would never hear the end of that. So also bear that in perspective. And then the third goal, to me, I feel like Jake Allen was kind of thinking too much. Again, that's fully on Eric Gustafsson. But Jake Allen was just like, derp, do I play the pass? Do I play the shot? I don't know. I'm just going to go in the net and hope for the best. So to me, Jake Allen, that's one that Jake Allen has been stopping this year. And again, Jake Allen has been phenomenal all season. But this is where tomorrow night you got to put Caden Primo in the net, because it's not like Caden Primo is Antiniemi either. Like Caden Primo had a .930 save percentage in like 3 or 4 games last year. And he did everything he could to give you a chance to beat Calgary this past Saturday. So to me, just play Caden Primo more until Price recovers, and just do what you're going to do with Jake Allen with Carey Price. Do that with Caden Primo and Jake Allen, who's now the starter or now the number 1 goaltender. Don't play Jake Allen every single game, and don't let him wear out mentally and physically. So yeah, got to get Caden Primo a couple of games, starting with tomorrow against the Senators. Now, last thing, Romanov. So Romanov's filling in the Weber spot with Sherratt. How much did he play? Sherratt played 24 minutes. Petrie played 22, and Romanov played 23. So the first two goals were on Romanov, and we have to be fair because they were on Romanov. I didn't hate the way that he played tonight because he still finished. He was still even, or still +1, so he did do some good things to create the goals that were scored, but he was also kind of the reason why the Habs gave up the goals that they gave up, because on the Stastny goal, Romanov was just kind of glued to Sherratt, or just like kind of puck watching, and completely forgot that Paul Stastny existed. And Paul Stastny just streaked in and got the pass from DeMello, and just that's where he got the breakaway to beat Jake Allen. So again, while Jake Allen should stop that since it hit his glove, that's also on Romanov for playing, for not being aware that Paul Stastny is the dangerous pass option from DeMello, and, play him a little bit more aggressively. So, and then on the next goal in the second period, the first Trevor Lewis goal, Romanov, again, with Sherratt puck watching the left side, not aware that Trevor Lewis streaks into the slot, and that's how Trevor Lewis got that chance to shoot. But again, you'd like Jake Allen to stop that as well. So it's on both Jake Allen but primarily Romanov for allowing Trevor Lewis to get into that shooting spot. So, but besides that, so that's all the bad. That's all the bad, and I promise, because right now, what a game from Nick Suzuki. Like, this is what we saw at the beginning of the season out of Nick Suzuki. And what I love the most out of Nick Suzuki is when he shoots, because he has a good shot. He has the ability to finish, but we haven't seen him consistently want to go to the areas to finish, to score goals. And on the power play, we've seen him start to now get into a rhythm of scoring from that spot. Habs finished 2 for 3 on the power play tonight, which is fantastic given what we've seen throughout a lot of times this season. And also, Yoel Armia was a complete beast tonight, but we'll get to that in a little bit. First, let's finish with Suzuki. So yeah, Suzuki, man, he has finish. He has the ability to score goals. He has a good shot, and he scored his 11th and 12th goals this year. And yeah, Sheldon, again, the comment section, this is the Nick Suzuki we'll see consistently in this prime. And that's the key word there, Sheldon, is consistently. Because for me, what I hate to say is in games where Suzuki has been invisible, it's because the effort hasn't been there. But again, he's 21 years old. So, hey, hopefully as he matures as a player, he will be more consistent. He will give more of an effort, or know, how to be able to contribute, even if he isn't giving that, I guess, full effort, but that's not the best way to say it. I'd like to see a little bit more consistent effort out of Nick Suzuki. I think that's more of a mental thing, honestly. And the fact that he's 21 years old. So hopefully that will be better out of Nick Suzuki going forward. But yeah, also look, Yoel Armia was a beast tonight. Yoel Armia, whatever, I don't know, it's just if it's him playing against his former team and he's extra motivated to do well. But on that first goal that Suzuki scored, that was all Yoel Armia for breaking up the breakout attempt along the half wall there. And then the puck, then him basically beating out 3 Jets defenders to win the puck battle and to have the puck shoot out to Suzuki, who got his first goal. That was all on Yoel Armia, who set up for Nick Suzuki on a tee. And then on the power play, of course, in the second period, that was set up by Yoel Armia, or sorry, that was what am I? Yeah, so it was Nick Suzuki whiffing on it, but Yoel Armia for winning that battle in that skerfuffle scramble in front of the net and coming away with it and bearing it on Connor Hellebuck. So Yoel Armia, again, fantastic game from him tonight. And Tyler Toffoli, that whole line, I've been praising that whole line for a couple of weeks now, and I like it. Like, it's been a good line for the Habs these last couple of games. Even when they've been struggling, they've been the one producing the most scoring chances offensively. So I like it. Toffoli, Suzuki, and Armia. And Toffoli, by the way, scored the empty netter, his 26th of the year. Just continues to be an amazing value signing by Marc Bergevin. There was something I wanted to mention along. Oh, yeah, Lehkonen. So here's another thing. So guess why Cole Caulfield, Arturi Lehkonen, and Jake Evans are really effective as a line? Well, because of Cole Caulfield. Largely because of Cole Caulfield. But it was nice to see Lehkonen get his 5th goal of the year. He's starting to maybe figure out how to score goals. Maybe. He had the really nice one in against Calgary. Was it Calgary, I think, last week? Yeah. Or Edmonton. Edmonton or Calgary. One of the two. Anyway, last week, where he took it was Edmonton, I think, where he took a beautiful pass from Kotkaniemi, went forehand, backhand, and scored a goal scorer's goal after just firing pucks like a mile wide in practice. So that video of him completely missing a wide open net in practice. But hey, maybe Lehkonen's starting to figure out how to put the puck in the net a little bit, which is important when you talk about this team being built on depth and relying on depth scoring. They could use Arturi Lehkonen to be more productive and to figure out how to score goals. So yeah, that's good to see. It was really nice to see Lehkonen finish a very nice tic-tac-toe play from Jake Evans and Ben Sherratt, which was also created by Cole Caulfield as well, even though Cole Caulfield didn't get the point on that. And be a lot in the comment section as usual. Leave a comment on what you think your favorite part of the game was, or anything. Leave a comment on anything. But yeah, Bialahi says, finally Lehkonen scored. Like the line, the players are fast and speed is what Montreal needs. So I guess what you can like about that line also is that you have Lehkonen and Evans that are two guys that skate hard, they forecheck, but all season have not really scored much. But then you put Cole Caulfield with them. That adds a little bit of goal scoring and offensive savvy or offensive touch to that line. And team speed is a necessity. Yeah, Sheldon following that up in the comment section. So yeah, like that's on paper, that line is like, oh, well, here we go again. Cole Caulfield with two guys that don't produce well. And honestly, in games like tonight where it's more open and you have the chances, then yeah, that's a line that could work really well. But when you play a team like the Calgary Flames, and God forbid if the Habs have to play the Flames, I mean, they won't play the Flames again in all likelihood this year, unless something crazy happens in the play to get to the playoffs. And yeah, it's unlikely that thank God the Habs don't have to play the Flames again this year. But let's say in a tight game against maybe in the Leafs in the playoffs or against the Ottawa Senators tomorrow night, like I would rather see Caulfield maybe with Toffoli and Armia Toffoli and Suzuki, because guess what? When Caulfield played with Suzuki and Toffoli, like they were literally like he hit like 3 posts. Like he had chances to score like 4 goals on that shift alone. Cole Caulfield did. So that's where, like in a tight game or a low scoring game, tonight was a high scoring game, but in a low scoring tight hockey game, you'd like to see Caulfield with more offensively gifted guys, because guess what? When you put offensively gifted guys with other offensively gifted guys, well, they create offense. Duh. So, my favorite thing about that, watching the highlights of that, was the fact that Pierre Houde, again, I watched on RDS just pour pratiquer mon français, puis garder mon français, même si j'habite à Toronto. Puis j'aime la couverture de RDS avec Martini et Pierre Houde. But anyway, just showing off my French there a little bit. But yeah. So my favorite part about that was how Pierre Houde was just getting so excited for that call of Cole Caulfield's goal, just like, whatever, right? Like he was just getting psyched up for that. But then the fact that Caulfield missed like Toffoli's cross seam pass, or just missed deflecting it in, and then just missed the one-timer and just hit the post with like a backhand spin around attempt in front of the net. Like, that was like, to me, again, I said this before and I'll say it again, Caulfield is doing all the right things, and he belongs in the lineup. He might have been a little bit invisible against the Leafs the other night because that was more of a, I guess, again, a tighter hockey game where there weren't as many chances there. But you give him chances and he will not disappoint. And Caulfield tonight, he played quite a bit. Or actually he didn't play 11 minutes. It felt like he played a lot. And again, in my defense, I was kind of half-assed watching the game because of the NFL draft. But again, I'm not going to talk about the draft here. But yeah, Cole Caulfield in this one, 10 minutes, but he still managed 3 shots on goal in those 10 minutes, which was good tied for third most on the team. Armia had 5 shots, by the way, which was really good. But yeah, to me, like Randy's saying in the comments here, goals will come to Caulfield this year. To me, just like we've seen with Max Pacioretty in the past, just get him that first goal and then they'll come in bunches. That's what I'd like to think, at least with Caulfield, because he's so close. He's making things happen. He's just so close. He's just got to break through with that first goal and then hopefully they'll start coming in bunches. Hopefully he'll get that monkey off his back. Look at Philip Deneau, who just doesn't have nearly the same talent as Cole Caulfield has with scoring goals. And so maybe the chances will come, or I'd like to think that once he breaks through with that one goal, then they'll come in more bunches and more, he'll get more. Yeah, he'll just break loose to put a long story short. But yeah, and Bialahi in the comment section, as usual, if you're tuning in, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section on what your favorite part about the win was tonight. And if you have any concerns going forward, or if you think, just what should Kulak be in over Gustafsson, vent about that in the comment section. Feel free to do so, because I think Kulak should be in over Eric Gustafsson. But yeah, Bialahi, the chances are there for Caulfield. I believe it took Lafleur 7 games to get his first goal. Ooh, I'm not. I'll have to go back in the history books on that one there for Bialahi, but yeah, hey, again, all it takes that just let's get that first goal for Cole Caulfield, and hopefully the confidence and the goals will come in bunches after that. But yeah, it's 12:11 right now at midnight again between the draft and between the Habs game. I still managed to watch it, still managed to go live, and I still really appreciate those coming in on the stream live tonight and those that will watch this after tomorrow. But as usual, if you enjoy my commentary, give me a big thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to my channel here at Langer at the Mic, bringing you Montreal Canadiens content, Dallas Cowboys content every week, or almost seems like multiple times a night tonight when they happen at the same time. But yeah, and also give me a follow at Mike Langer on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, at Mike Langer for all 3. And as usual, thank you so much for tuning into this live Habs post game show here on Langer at the Mic Live. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Go Habs, go.